Alright, 7.5. Uh-oh. Actually, I need 7.4, 37 through 54, because you need this trick to do 7.5. Okay, so same rules apply when you do any other order of operations. Work from the inside out, parentheses first. And you have a trick to this, a trick that should never, ever, never work. And it always does. And I'm going to do it. It's not what you're doing, but whatever. The trick is that, like on 37, where your book says sign, and then it says sign to the -1 inside, and I've written sign and inverse sign on my paper. If you have the sign on the outside and a sign on the inside, you just cancel them out. There's nothing to it. I can do the problem. I'm going to get the exact same answer that I started out with. If I took the inverse sign of 0.3, it's going to give me 17.45760.312 degrees. If I then take the sign of that degree, I get 0.3. The exact same thing I started with. What you have is the do and the undo stacked right next to each other. That's like squaring a square root. That's your do and your undo all together in one step. That's the same thing you're doing when you do 1/4 times 4. The do and the undo together. So anytime you look at that and see sine inverse sine, tangent inverse tangent, cosine inverse cosine, it doesn't matter which one's inside and which one's out. When they are stacked together like that, and there's no addition and subtraction to screw with what's going on, just cancel them out. So the answer to 38, -4.2. The answer to 39, -pi/4. Now, if you're looking in the back of the book, here's where you're going to have issues. If you take the cosine of a -pi/4, that's in quadrant 3, or no, it's in quadrant 4, the answer your calculator in the back of the book is going to give you back is going to be in quadrant 2. Remember we had that domain restriction? I don't care about that. Cancel them and keep it. You'll be alright. So you could cancel and keep all the way to 45. At 45, you have to go back to the old rule that you've already learned. Parentheses first. At what angle is the tangent the square root of 3 over 3? And then I even told you guys, I have a chart. I can get it out and show it to you. I have a little math Bible. It has a list of charts, and in it, I have a chart that tells me where I'm going. You can look one up online. You can muddle through this section and probably not have to worry about it anymore. But you can do a lot of it off of the unit circle. But since the unit circle doesn't have the tangents on it, it was kind of annoying. I just dug the chart out and looked at it. But like 46 is all in the unit circle. At what angle is the sine square root of 3 over 2? So when you look on your unit circle, you get square root of 3 over 2 at 60 degrees. And then you take the cosine of 60 degrees, that's a half. So insert inside out, parentheses first. Same thing hasn't changed. You do have one little 51. That's kind of a trick that worked. So whatever. And then on 52, there was a trick to that one. What you're supposed to notice is that tangent is opposite over adjacent, which means the opposite side is the square root of 3 and the adjacent side is 4, so the cosine is 4. That is kind of a trick. That's really I'm really good at going back and forth, so I've noticed stuff trick. You probably won't need it.